Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is a trade ideas update. We are going to review several trade ideas from last week that we exited, a couple we are still in, and then one new one that I'm going to watch closely. It's not a specific trade for tomorrow morning, but we're going to watch it. Okay, we're going to start off here looking at CTRIX. I got back in here on the 16th. We exited half the position, and then the remaining half of the position we got out on the 28th, which I believe was this day. Actually was here right near the close. After we had 3 up days in a row outside the Keltner channel, I had a feeling that we are going to be pushing it a little bit. We got a couple more days actually, and then it pulled back. So now, kind of watching this, I still think is potentially pretty bullish, and I still think there's potential room to the upside. I'm going to be looking for this to pull back down below the 10 and see if we can't get another little setup to get on board. So we'll have to watch this one closely, but that was nice. That was a 63% profit on the options, so that was good. The next one we're going to look at is Jinko Solar. This one we got stopped out. We got whipped in here, and I can't remember exactly where we got in. I think it was right here at the low. We got in on this day, and then we kind of wrote it down, and then we tightened the stop in here, and then we got this bar that took us out on the close. And so, well, I think we had an 18% loss on those options. Not too bad actually when you get stopped out, something like that. And then this reversed, and actually probably should have gotten back in. So, I mean, if you're still in on this thing, I think this looks negative. I mean, it's breaking this trend line in here, this neckline of like a smaller, it's like a Head and Shoulders within a big Head and Shoulders. And granted, this is pretty stretched out. We've talked about that before, but, right now, this still is sure acting like it wants to go down. It sure does, not looking bullish. Okay, the next one is CTRIP. CTRIP, we got in around 62 right in here. Road took out a half up here, and then when we got this close here on the 30th, below the previous 2 days lows, I said, okay, we're exiting the rest of the half because I wanted to have a nice profitable trade, and we did. It was up about 29%, so not too bad. And now I don't know. I mean, excuse me. My sinuses are driving me crazy today. I was pretty bullish on this stock, and I thought we had a nice, wave count going. Intermediate wave 1, 2. I thought we were working 3. We're getting some kind of action in here that I'm not quite sure what is going on. So we'll have to wait and see what develops. And if we get it closed back above the 10, may look to re-enter again, because this could simply be a very minor wave 1 and a 2 pullback within this wave 2 or wave 3 actually here. Wave 3 within wave 3. I'm looking for it to be strong, but right now it's get this big. This day was kind of interesting. The following day, I think the earnings came out. I can't remember. It may have been right that evening. I think they did. They came out the evening of the 30th, I think. And that's when you get this reaction first thing in the morning, and then it just came right back and closed right near the high there, and they got a little bit of a sell-off again on Friday, but I don't know. We'll just have to watch this stock, because I was pretty bullish on it, but things change. All right, the last one that we exited was Best Buy. This one was pretty disappointing, and I've changed my wave outlook on here. I thought we had, I thought we had the sell-off here, and I thought maybe we were thought we were having a, like a 1, 2, 3, and 4. But now I've rethought it in terms of the way it looks, and I'm just, I'm thinking this is more corrective action. We got stopped out. We got in here, and then up in here, and then this close below, in here is where we got stopped out. And, it was more of a stop out than I would have liked. I think it was down 39% on that one. But anyway, I mean, You know, when it's not acting well, you just have to get out. I do not like being in a situation where I'm hoping and praying it's going to turn around on me or something like that, or, you know, I just don't like that situation. It's like, that's why you need, you know, I decide ahead of time where I'm exiting that trade, or how we're exiting a trade, or how we're going to trail the stop. And sometimes I change the way we trail the stop. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to trail stop. But, you know, it's as long as you have something some kind of methodology for deciding when you're wrong or when it's not acting correctly. Okay, let's get into Green Mountain, Keurig Green Mountain. Okay, we've been in this stock for 12 trading days, and it's really testing my patience. I think we got in on this day here, and it took, you know, I had an entry that I was looking for starting on this day, and then we just never hit it, and we hit it here, then we bounced back, and we've just kind of gone sideways in here. And so I'm tightening up my stop on this. I'm still looking for this to break down, and it looks like it's broken a little trend line in here. It looks like there's, you know, looks like a little ending diagonal here. But I'm just, you know, once it starts getting over 10 days and it's struggling to work and it's not working, I've got two choices: either exit immediately or tighten up the stop. And so right now I'm tightening up the stop, and we'll see what happens. See if we, you know, I may get stopped out. And if we do, you know, there's lots of opportunities. Next. Okay, so that's what we're doing with Keurig. And I got the details of how we're working the stop on the Trade Ideas page. I know someone, I think it was Mike, asked me about that on a comment on that page, and so that's we've updated that. Okay, and the next one is U.S. Steel, which this is doing very well. Now, this was one where actually, if I would have caught it earlier, probably could have entered down in here. But since I didn't, and I saw that it was, you know, all the moving averages were aligned, and I saw this congestion happening, I said, okay, I'm getting in right up in here when it broke 3 or 4 day high, and thought, you know, I'm going to go with the trend. And that's when we got in on Monday, and yeah, the earnings were coming out, and I talked about that, had a blog post about it, and it worked in our favor. It worked with the trend. We got, you know, nice explosive move up here. And I think it was this day, yeah, on the 31st, I went ahead and exited half. And boy, I tell you, I really think this is very, very bullish. I think this is a big head and shoulders. And there's been several people who've, you know, gone on the internet and tweeted about this and everything, and think that there's a big head and shoulders operating here. And, you know, this is huge. This is like a 2-year bottom. You know, if you look at this, I mean, this is, you know, this is a big bottom. Now, again, you know, you're working options. You know, you don't have the luxury of sitting with something for. You can if you buy it far enough out. You know, 6 months, 4 months, whatever. So I think I've got Octobers on these, because I think I was trying to play this a little bit more, but you just couldn't resist it. You know, it's like you had the little devil, you know, was on one shoulder going, "No, don't sell, grab all that profit, stay in there, or whatever," you know. And then there's the angels going, "Oh, Joe, come on, you better sell part of that position, you know, because you never know what's really going to happen. I mean, for all you know, it could open down 3 points the next day." And so, you know, what you do is you sell and you take part of your profits. And now I am going to ride the other half, and we'll see if we can't ride this. And I talk about it on the Trade Ideas page too. See if we can't ride this for a pretty good little move. And I've got some estimates on where we think wave 3 might end. If we're in wave 3, it looks like we're in wave 3 of 3. Okay, intermediate wave 2 here, intermediate wave 3 we're in, and minor wave 3 of 3. So it should be a powerful wave. That should be a good wave count for us. All right, the last one we're going to talk about, and then we'll be done today, is Apache. I'm watching this. This one has been very bullish. Okay, we've talked about this for a long time. This is another one doing a big head and shoulders bottom. Actually, it's let me step back for a minute. I mean, it is a big head and shoulders, but there's not this huge move that it's bottoming from. Okay, it could be coming back up here to retest the old highs, and it's sure acting like it. So right now, I think we had one intermediate wave 1, intermediate wave 2 pullback, had this first move here that you thought might be 3, but then you get this pullback. This can't be 3 and 4 because 4 cannot overlap intermediate 1. Okay, so now that means we're still working intermediate 3. And then all of a sudden, just like I just mentioned back, on Green Mountain, or I guess it was US Steel, we are in minor 3 of 3. And look how powerful this is. Look how strong this is. Okay. And we were in, then we got out, and then we didn't get back in, and shame on me for not getting back in. So now I'm watching. Here's the thing about this one that I'm looking at. I'm trying to figure out minor wave 3. Okay, so I think we've got these little subwaves in here, 1, 2, 3, and looking for my subwave 4. Okay, I'm calling it subwave, and the reason that I'm still looking for this and that it's not this is because here's 2, and it's a deep correction. Okay, 1 and 2 is a deep correction. Well, therefore 4 should be shallow, and that kind of looks like it's shallow, but I'm usually expecting at least 23%, at least a 23% correction of that third wave move. We didn't quite get there. Now I know I'm being picky about that, but we'll see. And here's the other thing that that's making me think that way. This was a pretty strong little zigzag down, and really, I mean, it wasn't a flat by any means. It was a zigzag, if anything. And so therefore, I'm looking for this wave to be shallow and more of a flat type wave. Well, here we got little three waves that didn't quite go the minimum I was looking for. So now I'm thinking that's why I'm thinking this is an A and this is a B, and I'm looking for C to come back down and come right down around here. I could be wrong about that, but right now it's so far looks like it's trying to come back to me. So we'll see. And I'm going to wait and see if I can get it to come back, and then try to get on board for maybe a wave 5 pull up. One last move, because I do think it's got more to go to the upside for the 5th wave here. So anyway, that's the play we're watching for on Apache, looking for it to pull back. I'm still thinking down here around 97, 96, 97, maybe back to the 55, which, again, if we can get back down here, probably punched a little below it. We'll see. All right, that's it for today. That's the review of the trade ideas for today here, Sunday, August 3rd. We'll be back Monday tomorrow with a market review, see how Monday shook out, and see if there's any new developments on trade ideas. And so if you thought this video helped you in any way, please share it on social media. And if you're not a subscriber, just click that little red box there and download that free PDF I have for you and subscribe. Just your first name and email is all we need. All right, this has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. We'll see you on the next video.